everyone, and welcome back. Today we're doing a deep dive on Solana.
Ooh, Solana.
Yeah, it's this blockchain platform that's been getting a ton of buzz lately.
It has.
So we're going to really explore, what makes it so unique, what it can do, and ultimately whether Solana could be the key to bringing blockchain to everyone.
The key.
I think so. I mean, buckle up because we've got some really fascinating material to go through.
Yeah, for sure. I think it's definitely exciting to see what's happening in the blockchain landscape, and I think Solana's at the forefront.
Yeah.
What I find so interesting about Solana is that it's not just about the technology itself. It's about the potential impact it can have on like a wide range of industries and individuals.
I think that's what really caught my eye, too, is that we've got like reports, articles, even case studies of companies using Solana.
Yeah.
And honestly, some of the numbers being thrown around are pretty mind-blowing.
Mind-blowing.
Like transaction speeds of 400 milliseconds, fees less than a quarter of a cent.
A quarter of a cent.
Almost sounds too good to be true.
Yeah, it's pretty incredible.
Yeah.
It's important to remember that technology is always evolving.
Right.
And Solana's really pushing those boundaries. Those numbers you mentioned, they are real.
Okay, good.
And they represent a significant leap forward in terms of what blockchain can achieve.
Okay, so let's break this down.
Okay.
First things first, speed and scalability.
Right.
Solana boasts these crazy fast transaction speeds, right?
It does.
Like way faster than a lot of the other blockchains out there.
Exactly. We're talking about thousands of transactions per second.
Wow.
Which is crucial for mass adoption.
Yeah.
Think about it. You're at a concert.
Yeah.
And you want to buy merch using crypto.
Okay.
With Solana, that transaction could go through like that.
Oh, wow.
Like in a blink of an eye, without those like frustrating delays you might find on other platforms.
Yeah, that's a game changer.
Totally.
No more waiting around for ages while your transaction gets stuck in a backlog. But what about the fees, though? Because like everyone complains about those crazy gas fees.
I know everyone hates them.
On some blockchains.
Right. That's another area where Solana really shines.
Sure.
Those incredibly low fees, less than 0.0025 LAS per transaction, are a huge advantage.
Huge.
Imagine sending money across the world for a fraction of a penny.
Wow.
That's the power of Solana's approach.
So it's fast, it's affordable, but is it energy efficient?
Good question.
Because we hear a lot about the environmental impact of some blockchains these days.
Right. That's a valid concern.
Yeah.
But with Solana, you're looking at a proof-of-stake network.
Okay.
So instead of using tons of energy to mine coins, like some of those older blockchains, Solana relies on people staking their coins to validate transactions, which is way more efficient.
Gotcha.
Each transaction uses about the same energy as a couple of Google searches.
Wow, that's a pretty stark difference.
It is.
So we've got the speed, we've got the affordability, and the energy efficiency.
Yeah.
Sounds like the trifecta of like blockchain dreams.
It does.
But
let's talk about security and decentralization.
Right.
Are those boxes ticked as well?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Solana is built on a decentralized network with thousands of independent nodes validating transactions.
Okay.
This means there's no single point of failure.
Okay.
Making it incredibly resilient and censorship resistant.
Gotcha.
And no central authority controlling the network, which is a core principle of blockchain tech.
So it's not like a bank where everything goes through one central system.
Nope.
The power's distributed.
Exactly.
Which is a big deal for trust and transparency.
Precisely, that decentralized nature is key to ensuring that the system remains open, fair, and secure.
Yeah.
And with Solana, that decentralization is combined with robust security measures to protect user funds.
One thing that really stands out to me is how Solana is fostering a really vibrant developer community.
Okay.
Like they've made it surprisingly easy for developers to build on this platform.
Yeah.
They provide a ton of resources and support.
That makes sense, because remember that report we mentioned from Electric Capital?
Yeah.
They named Solana like the fastest growing ecosystem for new builders.
New builders.
That's got to be a good sign, right?
It's a fantastic sign.
Yeah.
It shows that developers are excited about Solana's potential. And they're really eager to build innovative applications on this platform.
Yeah.
And it's not just about the quantity of developers, it's about the quality of the projects that they're creating.
That's what's so impressive to me, is that like the projects aren't just theoretical. They're tackling real world problems and offering tangible solutions.
Exactly like that example with XP and the event ticket fees.
Yeah.
That's something that could benefit so many people.
Absolutely.
And it highlights the versatility of Solana.
Right.
It's not just a platform for financial applications or cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
It's a foundation for building a range of solutions across different industries.
So it's not just hype. There's real substance behind it.
Real substance.
But with all this talk about Solana's potential, are there any downsides?
Downside.
Or challenges that we should be aware of?
That's a great question.
Yeah.
While Solana has a lot going for it, it's not without its challenges.
Okay.
One area to consider is regulation.
Okay.
The crypto space is still relatively new,
Yeah.
and regulations are constantly evolving.
Yeah.
This can create uncertainty for developers and investors.
It's kind of like the Wild West out there.
It is.
In the crypto world.
It is.
So navigating those regulatory waters can be tricky.
Yeah.
What about competition?
Competition.
Are there other blockchains out there that pose a threat to Solana's dominance?
There are definitely other players in the blockchain space.
Yeah.
Vying for attention and market share. But competition can actually be a good thing.
Oh, okay.
It drives innovation, and it pushes everyone to improve.
It's like that saying, a rising tide lifts all boats.
Exactly.
A healthy dose of competition can benefit the whole industry.
Exactly. And Solana has a few key advantages that set it apart from the competition.
Like what?
Like its speed, its scalability, and its low fees make it a really attractive platform.
Yeah.
For developers and users alike.
Yeah, those are pretty compelling selling points, especially for anyone who's frustrated with the limitations of other blockchains.
Totally. And remember that trend we discussed earlier about crypto becoming more integrated into our everyday lives.
Oh, yeah.
Solana is very well positioned to capitalize on this trend.
Yeah, like that on-chain holiday shopping event you were talking about, where you can spend stable coins and meme coins.
Meme coins?
It sounds kind of crazy, but also kind of cool.
It's a sign of the times.
Yeah.
We're seeing more and more examples of crypto being used for these really practical purposes.
Yeah.
And Solana is really at the forefront of that movement.
But it's not just Solana.
Right.
Even companies like Twitter are jumping on the crypto bandwagon.
They are.
Remember those blinks and actions features?
Oh, yeah, the blinks.
Connecting your wallet and sending transactions right on the platform?
Right on the platform.
That seems like a pretty big deal.
It is a big deal.
Yeah.
It shows that these mainstream platforms are starting to embrace crypto.
Yeah.
And that's crucial for wider adoption.
Yeah.
The more seamless and user-friendly this experience becomes,
Yeah.
the more likely people are to adopt this technology.
So it's not just about the tech itself.
Right.
It's about how easy and convenient it is to actually use.
Exactly.
Like, I don't need to know how a car engine works to drive a car.
Exactly.
I just want it to get me from point A to point B.
Exactly. And that's what Solana is aiming for.
Okay.
A seamless and intuitive experience that makes blockchain accessible to everyone, regardless of their technical knowledge.
Okay, so we've talked about the good, the bad, the competitive landscape.
We have.
Where do you see Solana headed in the future?
That's the question.
What's your expert prediction?
Well, it's always tough to make predictions, especially in such a fast-paced world like technology.
Of course, yeah.
But I think it's safe to say that Solana has a ton of potential for growth and disruption.
Okay.
If it can continue to attract developers, build out its ecosystem, and overcome those regulatory and educational hurdles, it could become a major force in the blockchain space.
So it's not just a flash in the pan, it has the potential to be a real game changer.
I think.
Security is always a concern in the digital world.
Always.
Especially when you're dealing with financial transactions.
Right.
But Solana seems to be taking security seriously, right?
They are. They've implemented some pretty robust security measures.
Okay.
And they have a dedicated team constantly working to improve those defenses.
So it's a cat and mouse game?
It is.
With the good guys trying to stay one step ahead of the bad guys?
Always.
But it sounds like Solana is up to the challenge.
I think they are. And it's important to remember that security is an ongoing process.
Right.
There's no finish line. It's all about continuous improvement and adaptation.
That makes sense. You can never really let your guard down in the digital world. Well, this has been a fascinating discussion so far.
It has.
We've covered a lot of ground, from the tech specs to the real-world applications to the challenges and risks.
We have.
I feel like I have a much better understanding of Solana now.
Me too. And I think we're ready to tackle that big question we posed at the beginning.
Okay.
Could Solana be the key to bringing blockchain to the masses?
Oh, right.
Let's explore that in the final part of our deep dive.
Okay, so we're back for the final part of our Solana deep dive.
The final part?
And we've explored its inner workings, seen how companies are using it in innovative ways, but
Right.
The big question still kind of hanging in the air is, can Solana actually bring blockchain to everyone?
That is the million-dollar question.
Yeah.
And honestly, after everything we've talked about, I think Solana has a real shot.
Okay, walk me through. What makes you so optimistic?
Well, let's rewind a bit.
Okay.
Remember when we talked about those lightning-fast transaction speeds?
Oh,
thousands of transactions per second processed almost instantly.
Yeah, it's crazy.
That's huge for mass adoption.
Right.
Imagine a world where you can make payments, buy tickets, even vote.
Wow.
All using blockchain.
Okay.
And it's just as quick and easy as using your credit card or your phone.
Yeah, no more waiting ages for things to go through.
Exactly.
But speed isn't everything, right?
You're right. You're right.
There's got to be more to it.
There is. And that's where those incredibly low fees come in.
Okay.
Less than 1/4 cent per transaction.
Right.
That makes it accessible to anyone, regardless of their income or financial status.
Yeah.
Think about the potential impact on global financial inclusion.
Oh, wow. Yeah.
People in developing countries who might not have access to traditional banking systems could suddenly participate in the global economy.
In a whole new way.
In a whole new way.
That's a really powerful idea.
It is.
Democratizing finance through technology.
Yeah.
But what about the environmental impact, though?
Right.
We can't forget about that sustainability.
Absolutely not. And that's another area where Solana really shines.
Okay.
It's energy-efficient design using a proof-of-stake system. Means that it has a significantly lower carbon footprint compared to those energy-guzzling proof-of-work blockchains.
Okay.
So we're talking about a blockchain that's not only fast and affordable, but also environmentally responsible.
So check on speed, affordability, and sustainability.
Yeah, check.
But it's not just about the tech itself, right? It's also about the ecosystem.
The ecosystem is huge.
The applications, the things people are actually building on Solana.
Exactly, and that's where I get really excited.
Okay.
We're seeing this explosion of innovation on Solana.
Yeah.
With developers building everything.
Like what?
From decentralized finance platforms to gaming applications.
Wow.
To those real-world use cases we talked about. Like XP with the event tickets and Boba Guys with their loyalty program.
Yeah, those are great.
This is a sign that Solana is not just a platform for tech enthusiasts.
Right.
It's a platform for everyone.
It's like the more people use it,
yes,
the more valuable it becomes.
Exactly.
A virtuous cycle of sorts.
Precisely. And that's the key to achieving that critical mass.
Yeah.
That tipping point where blockchain goes from being this niche technology to something that's truly mainstream.
Okay, but let's be real. There are still some hurdles to overcome, right?
There are.
We talked about regulation, education, user experience.
Absolutely. Regulation is a big one.
Yeah.
The crypto space is still navigating this complex web of regulations.
Yeah, it's tough.
And that can create uncertainty for developers and users.
Right.
Education is also crucial.
Yeah.
We need to make blockchain technology more understandable and accessible to the average person.
Yeah, sure.
And user experience is key.
Yeah.
We need to create applications that are intuitive, easy to use, and seamlessly integrated into our daily lives.
So it's not just about building it's about building that bridge between the tech and the people who will actually use it.
Exactly. And that's where those initiatives like On-Chain Holiday and Twitter's Blinks and Actions features are so interesting.
They are interesting.
They're showing us glimpses of what that future could look like.
Yeah.
Where blockchain is seamlessly integrated into our everyday lives.
Yeah, it's like those early days of the internet, you know?
Totally.
Remember when you had to dial up and wait forever to connect?
I do.
Now it's just there, part of the fabric of our lives.
Right.
Could that be the future of blockchain too?
I think it's definitely a possibility.
Yeah.
And Solana, with its speed, affordability, and user-friendly design, is well-positioned to lead the way.
So it's not a guarantee, but it's a possibility.
Exactly.
But even if Solana doesn't become like the dominant platform, the fact that we're even having this conversation, exploring the potential of blockchain to reach everyone, is pretty remarkable.
I agree. It's a testament to how far this technology has come.
Yeah.
And the incredible innovation happening in this space.
Well, I think we've done a pretty thorough job of unpacking Solana.
I think.
Anything else we should touch on before we wrap up this deep dive?
Just one final thought.
Okay.
Even if Solana doesn't single-handedly bring blockchain to everyone, it's playing a crucial role in pushing the boundaries of what's possible.
I agree.
It's inspiring other projects, driving innovation, and helping to shape the future of this technology.
Yeah.
And that's something worth celebrating.
I couldn't have said it better myself.
Thanks.
Solana is a force to be reckoned with, and it's definitely a project worth keeping an eye on.
It is.
So to all of our listeners out there, keep exploring, keep learning, and stay curious about the world of blockchain.
Stay curious.
Because the future is unfolding right before our eyes, and it's pretty exciting.